Javier, how long have you been a lead hacker for?
Going on 8 months now.
What made you stay so long?
I would say the results.
How long did it take you to see your first result, close your first loan?
I would say we got someone under contract within 45 days.
So how many loans have you closed through lead hackers?
So far, six.
Six. That's amazing. What's up, guys? I am here with another lead hacker. He's got an amazing story to tell. I'm really excited to share it with you guys. His name is Javier, and you said it's Porras.
Yes.
Boras, got it. Yeah. I always go with the pronunciations. I can pronunciate it. But my biggest like shame in my entire life is that I can't speak Spanish. My mom never taught me. Both my parents are fluent. My father's from Ecuador, my mom's from Puerto Rico. Didn't teach me. So it's my cross to bear. But anyways, to all you lead hackers out here, I just spoke to Javier. He's been having a lot of success. And so Javier, how long have you been a lead hacker for?
Going on 8 months now since
Okay, so
September of last year. Yeah.
awesome. All right. So he's going on 8 months, guys. And just for the audience, the normal lifespan of like working with a normal lead generation company is anywhere from 3 to 4 months. And so we have several people who have been with us 8 months, like Javier. Some people have been with us over 2 years. And so I always love to catch up with people and ask them, like, what made you stay so long?
Yes. So I would say the results. So the onboarding process is quite helpful. You guys tell us exactly what to do, what to expect. And I just followed the game plan and started seeing results and just stuck with it.
That's amazing. And so how long did it take you to see your first result, close your first loan?
About 45 days. I would say we got someone under contract within 45 days.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I tell people, hey, and you're an anomaly. I mean, I usually tell people, hey, it takes 90 days to kind of build your pipeline up, and around the time that you remember from the onboarding, right, is around the time you start to seeing results. But a lot of people don't understand that it's lead generation is a long-term game. And what we're trying, especially when you're doing it yourself, what we're trying to do is build an asset in your business that you can use forever, right? Let's say you stopped running leads tomorrow or stop running ads tomorrow. You have 8 months of leads in your database that you can circle back with text campaigns, circle back with reactivation campaigns. And so if you're not doing that already, there's some extra meat you can get off the bone doing that. And there's training videos on how to do it. It's called a database reactivation. So how many loans have you closed through lead hackers?
So far, six.
Six. That's amazing. And what were they? First time home buyers, HELOCs?
They were all first-time home buyers, and we've been focusing on just the purchase campaigns thus far. So there's probably even more opportunity to be had with some of the refis campaigns that you guys have as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And the market's always going to be changing. I mean, it's interesting because I would say you're one of the few, like when people are really, really succeeding, usually they're doing like DSCRs and HELOCs and stuff like that. And so, but you're doing like the core lead hackers system, which is home purchase business, and you're succeeding quickly. And so, even more important than like a testimonial, which is great. It's like, hey, look at Javier, he's closed 6 loans. Um, I want to know, I want to try and help our audience as much as possible and help other lead hackers succeed, right? And so, what are you doing that these other people aren't, right? Like, what would you say to somebody who's, because for a lot of lead hackers, it's their first time dealing with internet leads. And so they assume an internet lead is going to be like a referral from one of your friends. Those are completely different things, right? And so, how do you approach these calls? How do you approach these calls when you're calling these internet leads? How many calls are you making a day to be successful? Are you using the power dialer? Are you calling from your cell phone? Like, what's your strategy?
Yeah, so a lot of dialing out. I would say that I'm probably making about uh, 100 to 150 calls a week. Um, just myself. We actually did bring on another loan officer who's helping make additional dials. He's probably making another 50 to 75 dials a week. Um, but I would say double tapping has been the biggest.
Double dialing, right?
Yeah, the double dial. I always answer the phone when someone double dials me, and I think it's definitely the case for some people, especially internet leads. Anyone can get called once and you can write that off, but if someone calls you back to back, then you're gonna find out why they're calling you. So I would say double dialing the leads, and then making sure you calling them like at least 5 times before you move them out of the new lead category. And then actually, I was having too many leads for a while, so I like turn the ad spend off, which is a nice feature to have that control. And for a while there, I was just running the power dialer and calling the leads that I hadn't even had a chance to call yet. So it's definitely a nice feature, but I would say just dialing and dialing and playing the numbers game and don't get discouraged.
And I think one thing that you said that I noticed, which is really important, a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll just keep their ads running. And let's say, all right, I haven't closed a loan yet and I have 300 leads in my database. Stop running ads and just focus on those leads. Like, you don't need to blow through all of your money. You can start dialing on this list, just batter the list, squeeze everything that you possibly can out of it, send those manual text campaigns at mass, call them every single day for a week. Because what you're doing is you're exhausting your list and making sure you're squeezing all of the money out of it, right? And what a lot of people do is they just focus on the brand new leads. The brand new leads might not be ready to buy right now. They might not be ready for another 30, 60, or 90 days, right? And so I think it's so important. One of the things that you said was like, yeah, like I was getting too many leads at once. I stopped and I just focused on what I had in my database. And it seems like it was a recipe for success. And so you're being efficient with your ad spend as well, which is freaking amazing, right? And so um what would you say to anybody who's on the fence of working with lead hackers? Maybe somebody who's in within their first 90 days, they haven't seen results yet, and they're thinking, I'm just going to stop and do something else.
I would say look at your numbers, look at your reports. The CRM has the ability to see what you've done, how many dials you've made, how many new leads you've got, and see where your effort is at. And you can, if the results haven't came yet, and you can notice that you're not putting in an effort, then double down, make more dials. You gotta put in the effort, and I think looking at the reporting can help you keep yourself accountable. Um, and because it's an all numbers game, right? So if you just continue to put in the work, then you will see results. It may take a little bit of time, but don't forget about the people that you've talked to in the past. Take good notes on those people, and make sure you're setting up follow-ups for whenever they are ready. But keep track of what you're doing. If you don't know how many dials you've made last week, then you really don't know how much effort you've been putting in. So keep track of your effort, and I think the results will come. What gets measured gets managed.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. And it's so funny. Whenever I speak to people who are successful, you guys are always hitting on the same things. And so it's very clear, like there's no secret to the success. It's make the damn calls. And what I can tell you is from our data, 100% of the people who cancel are making less than 5 calls a day, less than 10 calls a day. Like their call volume is zilch. Those are all the people that can't, they're just not making the calls. They'll make 4 calls. Somebody will pick up saying, who's this? And they'll get like, oh, the leads are bad. It's like, no, if you, let's say, would you be happy if you were closing 3 loans a month? Everybody's going to say, of course. All right. Well, you should be generating 100 leads, right? And so if you're closing 3 loans a month, what do you think happens to the other 97 leads? They don't pan out, right? This is a numbers game. And so you have to make the effort. You have to be making those calls. So, Javier, I really appreciate you hopping on, sharing some of your secret sauce with the community, what's been working for you. I think it's going to be super impactful, man. And I'm so happy to see you being successful. And you got my number. So You text me if you need anything, but let's keep this relationship close. I always love connecting with lead hackers who are seeing success.
Sounds great. Thanks, Alex. Appreciate you
Thanks,
having me.
Javier. Appreciate you, man. That's perfect, man. So amazing. I love that.